Welcome back to Origami Snowman. My name is Matt. Hang on one second. I need to take a sip of my seltzer water. Not a sponsor, although you could be. Today we're doing a 5 up, 5 down. Remember I said that, and then later you can call me a liar. So let me tell you a little story about a young man who I've known for quite a long time, his entire life, in fact. His name, well, we call him, well, not even true. You know him as regular Timmy 666. Reg Tim, he's an interesting gentleman. He is my eldest son, my only son, my eldest human child who has been born unto us. He has what I like to call all of my DNA. He and I are very similar in so many ways that we tend to irritate the devil out of each other from time to time. And he does not like to hear my opinion on things. And I get it. I'm not usually a big fan of other people's opinions either. But he dislikes it so much that he keeps secret his preferences. Like, if he's reading a book, he does not want me to know about it. If he's, into a TV show or whatever, he does not want me to know about it. He will sneak downstairs, make himself dinner, and sneak back up to his room. Okay, I don't know. He's 20. What are you gonna do, right? He's I don't know. Yes, the way he is now is our fault. But let me just say this. We were busy working on a whole bunch of other problems, so we never got to the weird hiding dinner problems. The fact that he's eating food is good. Anyway, so I have for years been bothering him. Like, what kind of music do you listen to? He will not tell me. Every once in a great while, Silverblood will say, hey, he has a playlist, and it's got this artist on it, or it's got that artist on it, or I heard him listening to this person. Okay? Now, also, he has a Gorillaz t-shirt. That's it. I know that he has in the past listened to Eminem, the Gorillaz, and an Italian metal guitarist named Luca Turilli, who I highly recommend. Beyond that, maybe Imagine Dragons, I think, maybe. I don't really know what he listens to. So when he stashed a 5 up, 5 down list near my big orange chair where I do all my 5 up, 5 down research, I was speechless. I was shocked. You could have knocked me over with a bus. I tell you what, I never... No, I asked him once as a joke if he would give me one, and no. Actually, I asked him to give me a list of his favorite Star Wars ships, and I would do a 5 up, 5 down on that, and he wouldn't do it. And I thought, well, if he's not going to do that, that was a good one. If he's not going to do that, he's not going to give me anything. Anyway, so here he gives me this list, and this fella I've never heard of. His name is Adam Jensen. Adam Jensen. Never heard of him. Completely out of nowhere, this guy came. So, let me give you the list of songs. I'll read from his list so I don't have to turn a page. I'm learning. Look at me. I'm learning. Adam Grace. Oh my word, that was terrible. Adam Jensen. Fall from Grace. Friend of the Devil. Good Day to Die Young. I Can Hold a Grudge Like Nobody's Business. Yeeks. Kings. Low Life. Ooh, almost went over the edge there. No Rest for the Depressed. Street Fight. The Mystic. And Yoko Oh No. Those are the 10 Adam Jensen songs that I was given. And here's what I thought of them. Fall from Grace. These are my notes. I wrote, This is a country music band trying to sound like Nickelback without sounding too much like Nickelback. I keep seeing Ed Hardy t-shirts and embroidered denim. Yeah. Yeah, this is like the southern rock version of Suicide Boys. It is someone wanting something cool to listen to when they don't know what they actually want to listen to. That was my first. That song, "Fall from Grace." I was not. I was immediately like, "Oh no, oh no, 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 no." Okay, sorry. So next song was "Friend of the Devil," and I didn't. I think when I was taking these notes, I was more shocked by the blatant awfulness of the band. And here's the thing: I realized at some point this isn't a band. This is a dude with with GarageBand on his computer and a lot of time, and not a lot of talent. So "Friend of the Devil," I wrote, I think I understand why regular Timmy doesn't share his interests. I'm sorry, Tim. Oy vey, that was a bad dad move. I'm sorry. Not cool. Not cool, Matt. Get it together. I'm sorry. All right, next song, "Good Day to Die Young." Now, here's the thing. "Friend of the Devil," I like the title. I wanted to like the song. I could not. "Good Day to Die Young." I don't like any of this, I wrote. The attitude is very, quote unquote, toxic masculinity. Not so much that they would start a fight, but they would glare at you at a bowling alley, daring you to start a fight. You know what I mean? It's like tough guy poser music. The next song I wrote, I can hold a, or no, I didn't write it. He wrote it. The title is "I Can Hold a Grudge Like Nobody's Business." And I wrote, and this is the one where I was actually listening to the song. Is he trying to paint himself like a sensitive survivor? And I said, this sounds like Dude Perfect theme music. And I know I said the same thing about another song, and I believe it was a Hatsune Miku song, which this Adam Jensen has nothing in common with Hatsune Miku except for the fact that it's almost done entirely on computers. But they do have this Dude Perfect theme song kind of thing going. So there we go. Oh, look, the ball came back. What a freaking miraculous turn of events that I've experienced. I'm so glad you were here to share the moment with me. And then I squandered it by missing. Let me just go ahead and tap that in. Okay. Kings. I wrote, what genre is this? And then forgot to write anything else down. Okay. The song Low Life. I wrote, less awful. That literally, believe it or not, sums up the song in its entirety. It is less awful than the others. The next song, No Rest for the Depressed. I know. I thought, well, what a fun rhyming scheme you've come up with. But no, the song I just wrote, Now I'm Depressed. Spoiler alert, I already was. Can't blame Adam Jensen for this, but it definitely deepened it. I mean, I was hoping for a fleet of butterflies to carry away my depression, but no, it's just a bunch of seagulls that crapped on my car. Street Fight is the next song. I wrote, all computer-generated music. It feels plastic. The timing is it's just all too, technically perfect. You know, like a Tesla, drawing. Yes, it's mathematical and calculated, but it doesn't mean it's good. There needs to be some imperfection in the execution. There needs to be some humanity in it, some human, something where it's too clean, but also not great. It's it's like a body wash that gets the job done, but smells unpleasant. All in all, though, that song, Street Fight, was one of the better ones. The next song, The Mystic. I wrote, if an old blues musician played this song in a smoky bar, it would be far more impactful. It would be a really good song. It's just, the song it's in the wrong genre. For real, give this to Muddy Waters, give this to Buddy Guy, give this to somebody who could, rough it up, You want to sing about having it rough? Don't have everything played by a computer. You know what? 3-string guitar, and like a little bit of throat cancer. That's what we need for this song. It's not good. This song was not good. It was just less bad. So that seems to be, for the better of these songs, that seems to be the theme. You didn't do as poorly as you have with some of the others. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm not doing great with the golf. Okay, the last song, Yoko Ono. If you don't know who Yoko Ono is, and I'm guessing most of you are between the ages of 14 and 19, you may not know who Yoko Ono is. Yoko Ono was an artist and a musician who people credit with the dissolving of the Beatles. She and John Lennon were dating, and she came in and had all sorts of ideas and suggestions, and John seemed to sort of take her at her word. John was what is now more colloquially known as a simp for Yoko Ono. And as a result, some folks say the Beatles broke up. John continued to make music. Paul continued to make music. George continued to make music. Ringo did some Thomas the Train stuff. But the Beatles themselves were never quite the same. So is Adam Jensen comparing himself to John Lennon? That might be where the oh no part comes in. But the notes I wrote were always the same lyrical pacing. It really is. It's very boilerplate, like vocal timing, like the pacing and the rhythm of the word. It's just, but he also, I don't feel like he understands. He can't decide who his audience is. He's casting a very wide net and catching very small fish. And one thing that I actively disliked, one very specific thing I did not like about this song, and if you want to, say that, oh, you just didn't like it, and so you're making complaints. Here you go. Here is a very hard to ignore complaint. There is, periodically, a very heavy beat in this song. And following that heavy beat, there is a dead space in the audio, in the music. It sounds like when you're driving down the highway and you have one window down about an inch, and the air is going, and it makes your ears go dead, and it makes you feel like you're going to be sick, and you get a little bit lightheaded and dizzy, and you're disoriented, and you become very, very paranoid. That is what this song was doing to me. And I was physically uncomfortable. Not like, it didn't make me, oh, I didn't like what he was singing about, or oh, I just didn't like the tune, or I don't like, no. There was an active, psychotropic effect on me because of this stupid song. So, let's address that at a later date. My auditory whatever. All right, let's talk about my 5 up. And remember, I told you can call me a liar. I didn't come up with 5. I was generous with 3. Low Life, Street Fight, and The Mystic, and I could not bring myself to think highly of any of the other songs. I mean, it just was painful. Timmy, why did you give me bad music? And I don't even know. What do I know about regular Timmy? I know he has a Gorillaz t-shirt. That's it. That's about all I know about him. Now, it's not like I'm not an attentive father. I love my son, and we talk all the time, but he just keeps certain things private for some reason. He doesn't want me to know what kind of music he listens to. Probably because I would be harsh and I would judge him. Yes, you're right. And I get it. I get it. You win this round, regular Timmy. Let's look at your notes now. Because I have no clue. No clue. Please have written something like, just kidding, Dad. I got you. Zing. That would make me happier than you could imagine to know that he also hated this music. No, I don't think that's what it is. Crap. 5 up. Well, okay. All right. Not too bad. Friend of the Devil. Hated it. Whatever. Low Life. Less bad. Street Fight. Also, that was one of mine. The Mystic. That's the one that I said the blues guy could do better. But at the very least, there was some potential there. And then Yoko Oh No. 5 down, Fall from Grace, Good Day to Die Young, I Can Hold a Grudge Like Nobody's Business, Kings, and No Rest for the Depressed. All right. Well, poop. I tried real hard, man. I tried real hard to raise my kids right, but they keep bringing me crappy music. Oh, okay, so let's run those back. My children, my 3 children have given me five up, 5 down lists. They are Taylor Swift and Benson Boone. Those came from Cheeto. The White Stripes and David Kushner. Those came from Silverblood. And Adam Jensen came from regular Timmy 666. Of those 5, guess which one I like? Yeah, I know, the White Stripes. Old man music. I know. I'm pretty predictable. I would have just once, I would have loved for them to have given me a list of like, hey, Dad, here's some great punk rock hits. You know, here's some Ramones. Here's some Violent Femmes. Are you kidding me? Give me 10 Violent Femmes songs. My goodness. I would cry, probably. But no. I got Adam Jensen. Oh, my gosh. Anyway, I love you guys to death. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.